Have you heard of the game of pickleball? Well, if not, you are one of the few missing out on the sport taking the country by storm. Pickleball has become one of America's fastest growing sports in just the last couple of years. Now, according to the USA Pickleball Association, there are 4.2 million players with a growth rate of 21% since 2019, and since 2013, the growth rate is over 650%. Today, we have one of the founders of Swinton Pickleball, a local Delray Beach company that launched earlier this year. And in response to that popularity of the game, Bellis, thank you so much for joining us today. So we wanted to ask you a little bit about what is pickleball? I know what it is, but I wonder, if some of our viewers have ever heard of it.
Well, pickleball is a great sport that's some people call it a combination of ping pong and tennis. It's on a court a little bit smaller than the size of a tennis court, a hard court. You can play it singles or doubles. It's played with a paddle and a wiffle ball, essentially. It's a ton of fun.
So talk to us about why you founded Swinton Pickleball.
So my business partner and I, Courtney, we were playing tennis during the pandemic with our husbands. We were playing it weekly. And funny story, one day it rained and the tennis courts were too wet. So someone at the pro shop suggested we go try pickleball. We had no idea how to play it, but we borrowed some paddles. We started Googling the rules on our way down to the courts, and we played our first match, and we had an absolute blast. And from there, we were hooked to the game, and it came time to start looking for our own paddles, our own gear, and we noticed that there wasn't really a brand out there that spoke to the game and how much fun it was. Courtney and I had worked together in the past, or we worked together in our other businesses. I founded another company, Not My Mama's, where I used Courtney's agency, Campbell Creative, to do all the branding. They do incredible work. So it was kind of a perfect opportunity for us to marry our two skill sets and launch a brand for this great growing sport.
So Carly, you mentioned that it was kind of the pandemic that interested you, or you got interested to pickleball because of the pandemic. Kind of interesting, because I feel like a lot of people, tried new things during the pandemic. Do you think that at all played a role in how popular it's become?
Absolutely. I mean, it's something you can do outside, which is obviously we know is key during the pandemic. It's healthy because it's active, but it's also social. Pickleball is a sport that really brings communities together. People can play it of all ages, men and women, and it's a lot of fun. So I think it definitely grew as a result of the pandemic.
So I have to ask, for some of us who are not that athletic, do we need to have really be very skillful to be able to play?
Absolutely not. I say it's a game for anyone. We've brought so many friends out there who've never picked up a racket or a pickleball paddle in their lives, and they get hooked immediately. I feel like it's a really low barrier to entry, which is why it's growing in popularity, and which makes it, great for anyone to try.
All right before we run out of time, what would you say to someone who's interested, maybe has never heard of it? Should they come, look you up so that they can learn how to play?
Absolutely. Our website, swintonpickleball.com, has all of the rules, all of the lingo for the game. That's something we definitely want to include, given where we came from and how we started. And I recommend anyone who's thinking about it to grab a paddle, grab some friends, get out there. Inevitably, on all the courts, you'll find other people who know how to play the game and want to, teach you the rules and show you how it's done so you can enjoy it too.
So they can just look you up. Will you teach them any skills? Will you bring them out to the courts and provide them with the equipment?
Well, we'd love to. At swintonpickleball.com, we sell all of the gear that you need to get started. And like I mentioned, on our website, we do have all of the rules. We show you what the court looks like, tell you all the lingo. And if anyone local wants to play with us, we love a good game of pickleball, so please reach out. We have a blast teaching new players.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Carly. She's Carly Bellis with Swinton Pickleball. You can find their website and learn more about it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.